very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, King under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The tackle there by George Odom.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double time. Out. 3 down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 31. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Go. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A huge play that time for the Colts. 68 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Chubb running right, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
180! He's crashing! Up.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go!
A give running right is Chubb. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hurry! Point it right.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Wahoo! 53 at the mark. And QB's trash. Let's go. Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's bring it.
Popo's the Mike. Mike's Popo.
Here it comes. 44's the Mike.
From the gun, King. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Chandler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Zoom, zoom.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Here's King on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Mack Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Slam.
Check 37, check 37.
King now, operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And some room to run now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl.
53's the mic. 53, check 53.
I hope you brought your back.
Second and 10. He's got Smith here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw is King. Going to throw on third and goal. Flush to his right. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come out here in the eye. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Now King throwing on 4th down. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
King! Hey, Charlie! Mike, 53, Mike. All day,
Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yo, watch twit. Alert!
A run for Nick Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
180! Pick it up! Sponge! No! Hey, alert 33! Regular! Mike, 53, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Oh, you got deep? Well. 53 for Mike. 53. Delta. I got it. Let's go. Hurry. 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the screen.
Mayfield now. He finds Beckham complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield on play action. He finds his target, Beckham. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
We won it. Come to my work.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53. Tight dog. Watch twist.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Big air. Check 3. Oh, try.
King on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 53's the mic. 53. 53. You're out. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Watch twist. Watch twist. Shoot. Shoot. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, check. Fresh down.
Looking to throw on second down. King flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check me out. Check me out. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, check. That's it. Check.
Operating from the gun. King to the right side to Eric Ebron. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Watch 85. Watch 85. Single, single. Single slot. Single slot. Check, check 43. Up, left. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. 180. Single, 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 single. Check number 6. Check number 6. Tight end left. Tight end left.
Throwing on second and 8. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And the Browns first down.
Mayfield now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Now Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check Nick. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Safe. Run.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check 53. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Undercut. Real. Undercut.
Well, This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the Browns' 49-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shift. Check. Wheel. Check.
Second down and inches. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Colts' 31-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Alert 3. Pistol. Hey!
They run. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Let's go, baby.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says, He has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The tackle by Sione Takitaki. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Jim.
Here's King to throw on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he goes out right around the 39. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Come on, set. Take the Pittsburgh. Mike. Watch the run. Off. 53's Mike. Check. 22, check. Over. 22, check. Over. Kill. Joker. Pumper. 53. Get in the weight room. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53.
And an alley to run.
Run.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 46-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Charlie could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I They can't catch us in the neck and the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Starting to guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,